Hello everybody, it is your boy NCSO7 here, and welcome back to another Iceberg video. And for today's Iceberg video, I wanted to do something that I love a lot, because honestly, I haven't really seen that many other people do it, on YouTube at least, and I really want to make a good video on this, because this series is something that I truly hold very close to my heart. Heck, it's one of the first games I played actually, or at least that I remember playing. That being Super Monkey Ball, and today I'm going to be going through the Super Monkey Ball Iceberg. Now, just to explain an iceberg image and how they work, I know, but just bear with me. The top layers are usually represent information or theories or something about a specific topic, in this case Monkey Ball, that are generally well known, but the further you descend down the iceberg, the more and more ominous and obscure the information gets. Though to be honest though, with this iceberg in particular, a lot of the stuff in the top layer is stuff that I honestly didn't know myself, so you do be expected to learn something today, hopefully. Also keep in mind that this video, well, the video is being made by me, of course it is, but the iceberg did not. I didn't make it. This was actually made by Reddit user Mario OBS03, so he's the one who made this. He has made a couple other versions of the iceberg as well. I decided to stick with the first version because that means less work for me. Who knows, maybe I'll do a follow-up to this video in the future and go over the stuff he added in the later versions, but we've already got plenty here to cover, so I won't delay this any longer. This is the Super Monkey Ball Iceberg. Brian Matt. This is the voice actor for the announcer of Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. The main reason that this is significant is because of the fact that he actually isn't credited in the credits of the game, at least in Super Monkey Ball 1. And no one really knew who the voice actor actually was for the announcer. That is until Nick Robinson got down to the bottom of it and figured out that it was actually Brian Matt. And you can find the video that he made regarding this on his channel. Highly recommend checking out. It's a very good video, and while it is kind of trivial, it is still really nice to see. Super Monkey Ball 3, Banana Crazy. This was supposedly going to be the third Super Monkey Ball game for the GameCube and was set to release in 2004, and was even going to have LAN support, with the only thing existing being this trademark. However though, this is actually apparently just a rumor by a Japanese magazine, and apparently it didn't exist. I don't know. Bouncing off the backgrounds. I'm not entirely sure completely of this, but it can be seen in this video at the very least, as there is some collision in the background, but I'll link it in the description down below if you want to check that out. Wrong warp glitch. So this is a glitch in Super Monkey Ball 1 that can be used for speedrunning that can basically get you through Expert easily. So the way you do this is that on Expert 1, you're going to go through the goal right on the frame of the timer reaching 0. And if you do this properly, it will actually screw up and it will actually warp you to Expert 50. Which basically allows you to bypass all of Expert, which allows you to get to Expert Extra easily, to which case you can get to the Master Stages easily. This is used a lot in speedrunning. Hidden AV logos in the backgrounds. These can be seen every now and then in some of the backgrounds. You can see an AV logo. Heck, you can even see it in this early screenshot of what seems to be Beginner 8 on the submarine. 2D design. This is actually just a bad typo in the European version of Super Monkey Ball 1's credits, where they actually add an E at the end of design, so yeah. Dr. Bad Boon's reverse word speech. It may sound like he's actually talking in gibberish in the cutscenes, but believe it or not, if you actually reverse the audio, it's actually just him talking normally. The Braille and Bumpy. So there's a stage in Super Monkey Ball 2 called Bumpy, and on the bumps you can actually find Braille. And the Braille actually reads out to be, Hi, this is Jamad. That's right, Braille alphabet. I respect you. This is in reference to one of the developers of the game. I don't really know why they put it in here. I guess maybe this guy read Braille or something? I don't know. You are the greatest baller. If you got the #1 high score in the arcade version of Japanese version of Super Monkey Ball 1, this would be shown. This was changed to You Are the Greatest in the American version of Super Monkey Ball 1. Debug mode / stage select. Both Super Monkey Ball 1 and Super Monkey Ball 2 have debug modes, allowing you to find plenty of unused levels that haven't been used and that we'll get to later, and other functions as well. Replay inconsistencies. The only thing I could really find regarding this is that replays are different to trigger in debug mode than normally, but I honestly don't know. Scrapped stages. Yep, we're already here. So on screen right now, you'll see plenty of images of various stages that were scrapped from Super Monkey Ball 1. Many of them are scrapped. Some of them are just reskins of the arcade game stages, but we'll get more into that later. And that wraps up the tip of the iceberg. Let's descend further. Super Monkey Ball 3 stage is reused in Deluxe Smith. I couldn't really find anything regarding this one in particular, but my best guess is that Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, the new stages that were added into that game, might have actually been taken from Super Monkey Ball 3, the rumored game I mentioned in the previous layer. I mean, it is possible, but I honestly don't really think this is true, given, again, it was a rumor. I don't know. It's possible, but who knows? Unused / non-existent warp goal designs. Not entirely sure. I mean, there were some goals that didn't make it in the final version. One of them actually will show up later on this iceberg. But I'm gonna just assume that this refers to different goal designs that just never saw the light of day. Ticket Blitz. This is an arcade game that was released in, I believe, 2012 that basically is played in the arcades. It's similar to that of Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll, where it uses similar music and whatnot, and similar backgrounds as well. You basically move II through the stage. The way you do this, though, is not with the banana-shaped joystick of the original Monkey Ball arcade game. This time, you actually use a huge track ball to roll them II to the goal. The game actually does, in this game, unlike the other games where you'd manipulate the maze, this time you actually just manipulate II's movement, so it does play kind of differently. After finishing the stage, you eventually get the chance to get the jackpot. Essentially, you have this long strip that has a bunch of boost panels, and if you get into the ring, you'll be able to win the jackpot, which is whatever amount of tickets. I played this game before myself, and it is honestly really, really cool. And not to brag, but I have gotten the jackpot more than once. The Spiral Vine in Master 3. So Master 3 is comprised of 3 sections. One of them is a really, really annoying bridge. Another is a floor that moves really, really quickly, kind of like the one in Expert 6, for example. And then at the very end, you go down the slide that goes into a spiral, which actually resembles the vines that can be seen in the background, which are also spirals. Ultra Heaven 5 Platform Glitch and Invisible Bananas. So this is actually in Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, as on Ultra Heaven Stage 5, some of the pillars can actually be jumped on to get 10 bananas. And apparently some floors don't actually have collision in certain versions of the game. I'm not entirely sure of the latter part of this, but the bananas can be collected. I don't really know why they put them there. I'm guessing they're just the secret Easter egg, I guess. I don't know. Super Monkey Ball N-Gage. This is actually a port of Super Monkey Ball Jr. from the GBA to the N-Gage. There isn't really a lot to say about it. It doesn't seem to have as nearly as good of a frame rate, but it's basically the same game. Really not much to say about it. Banana Blitz HD music changes. This is referring to the fact that in the remaster of Banana Blitz, they actually changed most of, if not all, the music in the game. unknown as to why they did this. I mean, both games were made by Sega, so I don't really understand why they did this. And if not, I mean, even so, why couldn't they give us an option to toggle between like the original soundtrack and like new one? Because personally, I am against this change completely. I don't like the music in the remaster, but it exists. Playing the tutorial stages. In the intro to the game, when they show you the tutorial, these stages aren't actually normally playable, though can be playable in the debug mode. Beginner 11. Apparently through the practice mode, you can actually load a padding floor that's labeled as Beginner 11 in Super Monkey Ball 2, being apparently just a glitch, though I don't know the validity of this. It is possible to do. I'll link a video in the description to where you can find a clip of someone actually glitching to this padding floor, which is just a square with the goal at one corner. But I'm not entirely sure of the validity of all of this. Deluxe stage name changes. This just refers to the fact that names were changed for some of the stages in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, specifically the ones in Super Monkey Ball 1, as those didn't actually have real stages. So there were some names that had to be changed, such as Expert 7 being renamed to Exam C. Arcade Hurry Up music. There is actually Hurry Up music in the arcade version of Monkey Ball, however, is not present in Super Monkey Ball at all. Not really sure as to why that is, but it is present in Super Monkey Ball 2. Expert 7 was originally Master 3. This is shown in one screenshot from an early trailer of the game that actually labels Expert 7 as Master 3, and it even has the background for Master, meaning that Expert 7 was originally going to be a Master stage, which I don't really know if what Expert 7 would have been at this point in time. Maybe the stages were swapped. Honestly, I would have hated that. That would have made Expert ridiculous, but thank God. Even though Expert 7 is a difficult stage, I mean, at least you can get good at the stage. At least it isn't stupid like Master 3. I've never gotten to the Master stages. Over the Rainbow unused track. So there's an unused song that can be found in Super Monkey Ball 1, which the first 11 seconds of the song are actually the first 11 seconds of Over the Rainbow. It's unknown as to why this is. It apparently is labeled as a test song, so it may have been just for testing purposes, and I guess whoever made the song decided to put Over the Rainbow in there. I guess. Super Monkey Ball 2 unused goal design in new _ goal. This is just an unused goal design in Super Monkey Ball 2 that you can see right here. Not really much else to say. Super Monkey Ball 2 beta screenshot on the back of the box. This can actually be seen with the stage triangle holes, and it's actually in a different location than that of the final version, meaning that this must have been earlier in development. Arcade stages hidden SMB 1. I mentioned this before, but there are many unused stages in Super Monkey Ball 1 that are actually just redone versions of stages from the arcade versions. The only real thing is that they retain the same textures as that of the arcade version, because the arcade version of Monkey Ball and Super Monkey Ball have plenty of differences in their texturing and whatnot, and like backgrounds and stuff like that. So yeah, you can find those in the debug mode as well, Super Monkey Ball 1. And with that, that concludes the middle layer of the iceberg. Super Monkey Ball E3 limited version. This is a version of Super Monkey Ball 1 that was showcased at E3 2001. And there are some differences, obviously, with the E3 limited version text there. But also, well, there are many other differences as well. Originally, it only had I, Mimi, and Baby playable, as well as a different multiplayer mode that would have apparently been like split-screen multiplayer where you could all like play the stage at once, which is interesting. Also, various assets that are taken from the arcade version. This could potentially mean that either they didn't get the new assets in there quick enough, or maybe Super Monkey Ball was originally going to be a much more of a port of the arcade game. Who really knows? Reaching beginner/advanced extra stages in overseas versions of Super Monkey Ball 1. So in the overseas version of Super Monkey Ball 1, In order to get to the extra stages in beginner and advanced, you actually have to complete all of the stages without losing a single life, whereas the Japanese version only requires you to complete all the stages without using a continue. I don't know why they made it more hard for us Americans. I don't understand. Purple goal. This is the color the goal will change to when you finish a stage on the frame of the timer hitting 0, being shown here through the warp glitch. Super Monkey Ball 2 is Super Monkey Ball 1 HUD. There are some early screenshots of the game that show the game with the Super Monkey Ball 1 HUD, though without the timer. This is because Super Monkey Ball 2 is originally intended to be more so an expansion to that of Super Monkey Ball 1, and even use the same engine. Super Monkey Ball 2 wallpapers. This refers to some monthly wallpapers that were made for calendars back in 2002, but apparently are pretty obscure and only some of them are actually still archived. Of course, you'll see the ones that are up on the screen right now. Super Monkey Ball Mini. This is an online flash game that was released way back in 2001 and would have been considered lost media, though has thankfully been backed up, though it isn't that good of a game. It is interesting though, as this is one of the few flash games to actually use a 3D model, and you basically move II through a stage by moving your mouse in certain ways. It's really awkward. If I can though, I will have a link in the description if you want to play it for yourself, though no guarantees on this one. Trombone? I think this just refers to the fact that of a mini game in Banana Blitz where you just play the trombone in space for some reason. I'm assuming this is just a joke. I don't really know why they made that a mini game in the first place. I guess they must have really been out of ideas. II's butt gets larger. I know this sounds like a joke too, but apparently in the PS2 version of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, II's butt texture actually stretches vertically, thus making it much bigger than it is normally from the Xbox and GameCube versions of the game. Yeah, I just said that. Early 2000s Java games. There are many Java games that were lost to time, such as Super Monkey Ball Tip and Tilt, II's Funhouse, Sega Monkey Ball Mini Golf, Monkey Ball Bowling, and some other games that were released for the J2ME. Unfortunately, most of these Java games are unfortunately lost. If you do want to find out more about this, I'll have a video linked in the description down below by the channel Retro Break, where in part 2, where he actually does a retrospective of the handheld games and does cover the Java games, if you want to learn a little bit more about them, as there really isn't much information about them out online at all. Dreamcast prototype. So originally Super Monkey Ball 1 was actually going to be ported to the Sega Dreamcast. Well, actually, it was going to be the Monkey Ball arcade version. It was planned to be ported to the Sega Dreamcast, but this didn't happen because, Monkey Ball released back in 2001, which is the same year the Dreamcast got discontinued. So instead, I'm going to guess at that point that they decided to move it over to the GameCube. Super Monkey Ball Jr. Master World, potentially set in hell. This just refers to the fact that in the master stages in Super Monkey Ball Jr. is actually just fire, possibly mean that you might actually be in hell. That is what it is, because master stages are hell to finish, so I guess it makes some sense. Other Super Monkey Ball announcers. There are different voices that were used for various versions of some Monkey Ball games, such as the original arcade Monkey Ball game, which actually used a completely different voice from Super Monkey Ball 1. And also, apparently, even in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, there's actually a female voice that is not used in other versions of the games, that I could find at least. Super Nice Try. This can be seen on the edge of the iceberg, but this is a real thing. If you put in the Konami code on the title screen of Super Monkey Ball Jr., it'll actually display an alternative title screen saying Super Nice Try. I tried this for myself, and it does actually work. It's really funny. I'm kind of surprised it's even in the game, like, at all. Like, to even see this for myself is really funny. If you have the game, I'd recommend trying it out. It's a funny little gag. Banana Split's Yuki Kawamura level. I don't really know who this is, but apparently it was a downloadable stage for Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits for the PlayStation Vita. And apparently it was based on like some Japanese model. And apparently it bumped the age rating of the game up. So that's fun. Super Monkey Ball 2 Debug Stage 186. This is basically just referring to a test map that is normally unplayable, though you can load it in a Dolphin emulator with action replay and whatnot and debugging. It's basically just a test area that has various assets that aren't really used in the game, but are used in other games, such as some of the models actually being used in F-Zero GX. And with that, that concludes the Deep Waters. Okay, so this is NCS07 from the future. I forgot to actually talk about this when I made the original recording, specifically about the Joyride Studios action figures. So this just refers to some action figures that were made, I believe, in the early 2000s of I and Mimi. And there's really not too much to say about them. They're not that well known and are kind of obscure, but yeah, they exist. Layer of the iceberg. Let's descend into the arcade early expert level order. Through forcing the arcade version of the game to load the master data, it would only actually load an early expert level order, with some stages actually being from beginner and advanced, though strangely, this early expert level order does not contain the infamous Expert 7, so maybe it wasn't originally going to be here, though it does seem that this might have been potentially glitchy, so I'm not sure if this is actually an early level order or if this is a potential glitchy level order, as it does contain both stages from beginner and advanced. Super Monkey Ball 2 unused difficulty. Supposedly there's another difficulty option that's hidden in the data of the game. There isn't really much regarding this that I could find at the very least, so do take this with a grain of salt. Community Level Pack 2.0 controversy. So this refers to a level pack that was made as a mod to one of the Monkey Ball games, I believe Super Monkey Ball 2, and apparently in a specific mod in 2.0, apparently many people's levels were included in the mod without their permission and without credit, and that kind of caused a bit of a stir because you can't just take people's levels and put them in your own mod. That's really all I could really find regarding this. II statue in Super Monkey Ball 2 debug stage. So this can actually be seen in stage 185, as on one part of the stage there's actually a statue of II, which is seen nowhere else in the game, so I don't really know what the purpose of it was. Maybe it was going to be seen in like one of the other stages, but it's very weird that it exists only here. Arcade's Master Mode being scrapped for being way too long. Misread that, but basically this just goes with the idea that Master was going to be a lot longer, as there's some unused assets in the arcade version as well as other stuff that shows that apparently Master would have actually contained of 100 floors apparently, though in the arcade version there was only one Master stage, with Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball packs having 9 Master stages, including the original Master stage. So yeah, given the fact that it would have been 100 floors, that sounds ridiculous, and also way too long for an arcade game anyways. Super Monkey Ball Jr. Master Floors 6 through 10. These do actually exist within the game, however, actually just duplicates of Beginner 1, but with the Master's background. Super Monkey Ball 1 plot in Japanese manual. I have literally no idea if this is true or not. I tried to find a Japanese manual of the game, but I couldn't find one, and even if I did, I don't understand Japanese anyway, so I don't know the validity of this. Even so, I couldn't find any plot anywhere online, so I'm gonna take this one with a grain of salt. The buildings in the whale in Super Monkey Ball 2 are from Sonic Adventure, following the city's destruction. For the final point on this iceberg, we have this theory, basically. Now, I have not played Sonic Adventure, at least as of making this video, so I don't know completely, but it is interesting to think about. I mean, Sonic has crossed over with Super Monkey Ball another time, that being Banana Blitz HD, and soon to be Banana Mania. So, is it possible that maybe these two series have actually clashed before, but just in a way that we don't expect? Maybe Super Monkey Ball actually does take place in the Sonic universe, and that it's actually just in a very distant part of the Sonic universe. But apparently, maybe the city or whatever it was got eaten up by the whale and just lives on in there. I don't know, but all we can do is speculate. Well, that's pretty much a wrap. So, this was the Super Monkey Ball Iceberg. Once again, this was made by Mario OBS03 on Reddit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It was a fun one to make. It's good to get a good version of this iceberg out as well, with good audio and visuals. And hopefully you learned something new, because I know I did, definitely. And let me know if you want to see a potential follow-up to this video where I actually go over the information that wasn't included in this version of the iceberg, but in the later versions of the iceberg. Let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more iceberg videos or just more Super Monkey Ball content from me, then please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. But with that all being said, this is NCS07 signing out. Peace!